And we're live, motherfucker. What
And
is
we're
up,
live.
you beautiful fuck
I
nuggets?
am dehydrated. I am gonna get some water.
You are dehydrated. You are dehydrated. You are dehydrated!
This is a weird thing, but I know when I don't have enough water, like in my body, when
When
my
your
head
pee's
hurts
yellow
or
and your lips
something.
are dry?
I mean, yeah, that's one thing, but I always feel like my brain needs like water to cushion it, so if it doesn't feel right when I move my head around, that's another thing to tell if I don't have enough water in my body. Hey, what up, Lee? Hey, there's that energy. I ordered 2 energies.
You get energy.
You burnt my energy.
Mine energy is burnt in a more literal way.
So, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney with Taylor and Captain LJ Bird Dog.
I'm Lou
Or
Jack.
just Lou Jack.
Yeah, just Lou Jack.
And when we last left off, we met with. We went back to the office. We were like, huh, we haven't gone to we haven't asked around again. And then it's like, oh great, okay, so we drove back to the studio again. Every time something new sort of shows up.
Yeah.
And so far, we recently met the director, who is
Salmonella.
His name is Sal Manila.
And he's like, oh hey, oh what's up, priestess lady? Oh, I know who you are.
He says you with a J and 2 zeros?
I know who you are. I'm the director, Salmonella.
His name is appropriate because being around him is kind of like being around a large uncooked meat, just kind of sitting around. It's real uncomfortable.
You think Salmonella has salmonella?
I don't know. I don't know what it actually the diagnosis is. I'm not a doctor.
That's not a doctor.
I'm a doctor, not a dermatologist.
That's not a doctor. That would never be a doctor.
The doctor is beaming an image into my brain.
Try to put a doctor in my brain.
Got a little doctor in my brain.
World doctors.
We noticed that Miss Oldbig has returned to her post, which actually makes a lot of sense because, well, she, according to her, basically if the pants don't fit, you must have quit, and she didn't actually fit into the costume, which kind of makes sense. Whoever was in that costume was a lot, like, thicker. And I don't think her hair would fit in the hair thing. She's got big hair.
Or maybe it only looks bigger than it is because the person is actually small.
I don't know, but basically the combination of her not fitting into the suit and also us still looking for leads and stuff, basically she was let out early, which kind of makes sense. Our biggest question though is, our biggest questions so far are, one, who is the producer? Because I feel like that's the last person. Like, it's important to get all the little like angles and details, and the fact that we still have like a mystery person that, like, on top of us not finding them, like they don't seem to want to be found, was real suspect.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, giving us an incomplete idea of what's happened.
Yeah, and there's old bag with the weird cherries in her hair. More old bag means more human.
Boy, we've been making that joke every episode. And I apologize. I'd like to apologize to our audience. I'd like to apologize for making a reference that I've only heard secondhand versions of. I'd like to apologize to Ms. Oldbag for just whatever I did.
Oh, it's alright, dearie. It's alright, Taily boy.
So, yeah. What was Right, about that kid you saw. That's your line.
Yeah, about that kid you said you saw, you see them see me see you see.
I see.
Cool. Read.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious.
Yeah, her eyes disappeared. That's how you know they're going Super Saiyan.
Oh no.
The eyes disappear for a minute and then they come back and then they're all blue and it's like, what? Only it's not the iris it's... Except it's not the iris itself, the itself that's blue, it's actually the pupil because, well, they don't have irises. So their pupils just turn blue.
I guess you'd have to ask the artist what their what that stylization represents.
I don't know. I think that the Super Saiyan...
Now you know exactly. You'd have to ask the artist. They'd be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, it's supposed to mean, I don't know, I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it's just there. It's just there to look cool. Anyway, the director et al. Whatever that said. About the director,
it's Latin for this guy and his friend Al.
et al. Et al. Friende. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder. Your line.
If I see him again, I'm taking him down! Wait, what?
What?
She said the same thing about the fanboy thing.
Yeah, she was like, Nick, I think she's losing it. Yeah, she said the same thing about the fanboy. So, that's cool. What are we trying to do again? We came out here with a goal. Something about
we
security.
still need to meet the producer, and we still need to find the fanboy if they're around.
Oh, okay. There's Obag. She's like, hey, no touching.
I can see the computer. Hey, no touching.
That's not a Puda. That would never be a Puda. So I guess we can move to the employee area. Oh God, who the fuck are you?
Hmm?
Oh, Taylor, we finally found him.
So I'm like, I hear, who are you? Oh, I bet this is the boy.
Yes, it is the boy. Let's hear it for the boy.
They got the hat.
Yeah. I'm gonna voice this
That's
kid.
how you know. Oh, sorry, that's my line. Hey.
Yeah.
I read the line.
Yeah, she says it again.
Hey, wait.
I bet he came in right through that drain.
Of course.
Of course.
Hey, I'm Kitty O. What's your name? Sport? How you doing there?
I'm
Tiger?
a voice. I want to
What's
voice
up,
this
Pete?
guy.
Alright.
What kind of voice am I gonna give him? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Am I really that far behind? Huh? But you are a kid. What a rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. Maya, you're 17.
I was gonna say, like, are you really an adult though? You probably think you are, but I don't see the. Was that?
We can dither during the investigation scenes and stuff.
Yeah,
but maybe
yeah.
not during the dialogue.
It'd probably be easier. I don't see no tilts around here. Hippie. Ah, shit, I didn't. Hippie fashion chick?
Everyone thinks that she's some kind of hippie or something. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked.
You gotta hand it to Mara. To Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody. Cody Higgins. Call me Kitty-O again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. Oh, he's got a camera. This kid looks like an aspiring Pokemon trainer.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's got that aesthetic. However, there are very few Pokemon trainers that just have that much of a scowl about them. Also, I love that his sword doesn't actually come out of the sheath because that's how back scabbards work.
Yeah.
Like if you have a full-length sword on your back with a full scabbard, it just doesn't come out.
Swordman Cody wants to battle.
I ran out of breath.
Welcome to our beatboxing podcast where we beatbox Pokemon.
I gotta ask you a question here.
What
happened? No, I mean the Cody. What happened?
Oh, what happened? Let's do the top one first. Steel Samurai. So, you're a fan of the Steel Samurai. How dare you utter that name, evildoer?
Boy. I am at least like 4 seconds behind. What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai side!
You can't fool me!
Can't I? Okay, then what's the line said by the innkeeper in episode 8?
Easy. Like some fries with that?
Not bad, Kitty-O.
Watch it! What are they doing? Phoenix is just like a lost puppy, like, I don't know what to do here.
It's a fan duel. Only now do I realize I probably should have had ibuprofen. Just unrelated.
Well, probably be good. Ah, frick, I can't stop coughing.
As everybody got the coughs around now for some reason.
Oh, that's not good. Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? Ellipses. See you, Lan, when it gets to you.
You were here, weren't you?
Ellipses. Did you see anything? He, question mark? He always, the Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. Eggface Maya returns.
I think you might have to be... What?
But there's... Did you try refreshing? Did you try refreshing?
I tried refreshing multiple times. I am sorry. Wait.
Oh yeah, well, wait. Oh, what are you doing, laptop? No, don't do that. Everything's fine. Let me go!
I think you should read my lines.
Okay. What? Wait. I don't know. Huh? He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Empty bottle slipped into pocket. Anyway, what was that kid saying? Or what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Cool. The drain pipe where the fanboy came in. He didn't waste any time coming in either. Talk about cause and effect.
Wait a minute.
What?
What if someone had poisoned Will Powers with some sleeping pills, then that would explain why he like took a several-hour nap and was like late and woke up basically just in time.
Huh. Maybe.
That's my logic anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess let's go to the dressing room. Hi, Salmonella. Oh, this guy is so gross. I don't want to be in the same room with you. Goodbye.
Smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post. Hey! Nick, that was her. Stop, whippersnapper! Dude, I can't wait till I'm old enough to start saying whippersnapper.
Nobody says whippersnapper.
They will when I'm that old.
Oh, just bring it back for
Just
the
bring it
20, I
back.
don't know, 2030s, 2050s.
20. uh,
That
yeah.
and that and just an entire genre of Greek rock. What's Greek rock? It's rock, but it's Greek. Just make it work. It's a
I
little
did.
techno. It's called Greek fire.
Fuck, I didn't even know about that.
It's not a thing. It's like a fictional thing that I wish was a real thing.
Oh,
Or if it is
well.
a real thing, I haven't heard it.
Huh. That'd be cool. Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Natch! Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. I mean, yeah. I guess back to the computer room. Hey, Nick! Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Ellipses. Oh, this is it, Nick.
Phoenix, we have a mission for you. You need to
Your.
sneak into the guard station.
Oh man, Metal Gear Solid. What a great game. Uh, they were great right up until Phantom Pain, where they became just okay, and then zombies happened, and it was like, what?
Look, you can make it a stealth game, or a action game, and you can mix those together pretty well. But whatever you do, don't rush it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like rushing a game is like the number one poison of any game. Like even games that like whether a game is like goes from great to bad or it was like gonna be okay in the first place. Like doesn't matter. Like it's always like detrimental. Like imagine the alternate universe where like Sonic '06 was like pretty good because it had more time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Well, I think. I
Can I
think.
get some air, Jonathan?
What am I, a nurse?
I just need to sneak in here and get some air.
Oh, wait, here.
That's a cinnamon. That's a, okay. Thank you. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, right there? Everything okay?
Yeah, I was getting some ibuprofen.
Cool. Anyway, yeah, Kojima at that point was just so sick of working on Metal Gear. Like it seemed like he didn't want to be. This is what I heard. I heard that he basically got to a point with Metal Gear where like he just didn't want to make it anymore, so he got less caring about it, and that's why like the intro is really good and it starts out real strong, but then it kind of just like becomes nothing.
Yeah, I don't think any. I don't think. What?
Did you take the ibuprofen in here?
Yeah.
That's illegal.
Oh, well, let me just take a couple out
That's
first,
the thing.
and
That's
We used to do guys like you.
there you go. Have some
We
ibuprofen.
prescribe an ibuprofen.
All right, close the door behind you.
You know you can get an ibuprofen prescription.
Yeah, I should probably do it. Bye.
that's
Close the door behind
illegal.
you. Love you too.
Anyway, but yeah, Kojima stopped working on Phantom Pain because what I remember hearing was that he stopped working on Phantom Pain because of PT, the trailer thing, because he was like, oh, I want to make Silent Hill like in the middle of production, and they were like, Kojima, you can't do that. We
What if
hired you to make this game. You gotta make this game.
just in an alternate reality where the first part of Phantom Pain is like the man on fire and stuff, and then like within like the first act you beat him, but you end up in like Silent Hill.
Oh, Jesus. Can we
It's
not?
still stealth missions, but now you're avoiding like weird leathery creatures.
Yeah, let's not.
Why not? Yeah.
Because nah. But yeah, so that's why he went and made Death Stranding, I guess, with Norman Reedus, because he wanted to like.
Norman Reedus and the Destined Fetus.
Oh yeah, the fetus babies. I forgot that was a thing.
No, I mean in Death Stranding, not in PT.
Yeah, yeah, and Death Stranding, it's just weird babies.
Just weird babies right here on my belt.
Babies right here in my vest or whatever. I still don't know what that's about. I think it has something to, I think they're like some kind of detector of something or something.
The baby is a detector?
Yeah, some kind of detector. I was watching
It
Derek.
detects food. Unfortunately, you get a lot of false positives, like 90% of the time.
I was watching my friend Derek play it when I was back at his apartment because that's where I was getting the game from. He was a birthday gift from him. He had his own copy and he got one for me, so I like watched him just do some stupid side stuff really briefly. And there was like this thing where you can like say hi to other people. You can't like actually do any co-op stuff, but you can like say hi to other players and they can respond. So I was like, "Hi." And they respond like, "Hi." And he was like, "I'm Sam." And they were like, "I'm also Sam." It was pretty funny. I think it's
I'm
Sam.
Luigi, and you are too.
I'm Luigi and you are too.
Man, that's like a meme within a meme. I only know it because you mentioned it, and I
Yeah.
find it funny because of the way you said it.
I'm Luigi and you are too. Oh, that's so funny. Uh,
Yeah.
the trailer,
The trailer key.
the trailer key, the trailer
Trailer
key,
key.
the trailer key, the trailer key, trailer key, trailer key, trailer key is good.
Trailer key.
The key,
Key.
it's the key to the trailer. The key to
What?
the.
No.
Yeah, stay with me here. It's for Studio
Okay.
2.
Studio 2?
Yeah,
That's the second one.
that's the second one. Oh hey, look what I found. I gotta do this first. Go, 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 go,
What?
go, 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 go.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like open up a pack of was it fruit snacks?
Fruit snacks. Oh hey, look what I found. I gotta do this first.
Tell you what, and it just like throws an entire can of Altoids in his face.
Oh
But then
man.
it says if you have something spicy, really spicy, and something really minty at the same time, you open a portal to hell.
Oh no. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Trailer key slipped into pocket. Oh no, it just randomly fell and slipped into my pocket.
Whoops.
A monkey came in and he went nuts and busted my lamp. Oh, dude, did you ever watch Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah, but I remember basically nothing except that it had little like animated bits in the side.
Yeah. It's funny, there's one episode where an actual monkey just walks into the little brother's room and like knocks his lamp over. And the parents come in and they're like, "What happened?" And he's like, "A monkey came in and went nuts and busted my lamp." And they didn't believe him. So like, that's basically the B plot for the episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah. And then he
Must
showed up
be-
again at the
We can
end, I
finally
think.
get into that.
Yeah.
Unrelated to Lizzie McGuire, I think we can finally get into that trailer.
Yeah, looks like it. I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work.
The last person around is the producer. Maybe the producer did it, and you open it up, and then the producer is like mummified, and he's been dead for like a week, and you're like, what?
Oh god, the plot thickens.
This plot just got Chicago style.
this plot just became deep dish.
This plot became wider than Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
I like that meme, and sadly we did not see that meme again.
Oh, hey, dude. Speaking of Kylo Ren, you want to go see Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, possibly. I saw it with my fam just the other day. It was pretty good.
Of course you
and
did.
It was fun.
Huh.
Because my family was like, "Hey, we're gonna see Rise of Skywalker," or yeah, and I was like, "All right," and so we did. We already had like a schedule and everything.
So did they make what's the new character's name? Raya?
You mean Ray?
Ray, just Ray. That makes more sense. I couldn't remember what her name was, but didn't they like make her a Skywalker?
No, and I think it's spoiler free to say that technically she would make herself a Skywalker, not by marrying a Skywalker, but as in because she's kind of got like a found family going on. My
She
favorite.
just adopted the name?
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Well, that's dumb.
It kind of is, but it's kind of not because like all of the
Look,
kind
I'm
of,
so
like,
sick
her
of
closest, like-
Skywalkers.
Look, I'm sick of Skywalkers too, but from Rey's perspective, it's not it's not Star Wars. It's just like two specific people that she met that were really influential on her life, and she's like, hey, they like basically like I'm sort of like their kid, or the closest thing they had to a kid and a influence and stuff.
Why? How?
I don't know, but my favorite like Star Wars meme after the movie was, what's your name? Ray. Ray what? Ray Chewbacca. Just man, Chewbacca doesn't show up much in this movie. Sadly.
Wait, so
He
it
doesn't get
just
a lot of-
so it just ended with her introducing herself as Rey Skywalker?
was like her like define like yeah.
Man, that
I mean, there's a bunch of there's a lot more interesting stuff, but like between there, but that's basically like the little it's a little icing on the cake there. And it's like, hey, I'm gonna go put some lightsabers in the ground and stuff.
Wait, so is it like in Uncharted 4 when Sam decided that they would adopt the Drake name?
I don't know if wait, did I put it there?
That was
I
the
don't know if I-
candy czar, remember?
Yeah,
You
everyone
played it
remembers
all the way
candy czar.
through.
No one can
You played-
forget the candy czar.
You play
That's
that
the
game
problem.
all the way through.
Yes, precisely. That's one of those things where it's like, where basically you just don't have a last name, or you abandon your surname and you go get a new one, a fresh one, a one that really speaks to you.
Yep. If I were to, what?
Because if you're like a Star Wars fan, you're like, I wouldn't want to be a Skywalker. That's like becoming a Naruto character and becoming like a Uchiha. Like everyone's a Uchiha.
Yeah.
But if you're in Star Wars, then Skywalker represents like some of the coolest people like in history. Like if you saw the last movie with the hologram Luke, and he just keeps getting more powerful. He can't even die now. He's just there.
He's just there forever.
He's just there forever.
If you strike me down now, I will become more powerful than you can ever imagine. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's-
like, you'll be a Force Ghost and you won't do shit, so I mean, really... I don't feel like I'm losing here.
That's the funny, yeah, that's the funny thing is that in the early movies, it was like, ah, Force Ghosts, they just chill out in the background, and then like in the more recent movies, it's like, oh, Force Ghosts, they can like catch
Light the
things,
Jedi
and move
Temple on
things,
fire
and give you really important like information and help you attain the Avatar state
and destroy the Jedi Temple.
and destroy the Jedi Temple. Ouch! Check this.
Oh man.
How do you think those frog nuns felt about the Jedi Temple burning down there?
I don't know, but I saw this meme of like the main character from Mandalorian. I don't know his name because I haven't seen it yet. But
I
he's
don't
like,
know his name either because his name isn't said on the show.
oh, and
Yeah.
but he's like talking to Baby Yoda, and he's like, "Hey, close your eyes. What do you see? Nothing. That's my life without you, bro." And he's like, "Oh, bro."
You know what? You know what scene makes less and less like it feels like it's one of those moments where like the scene is supposed to mean something, but it's supposed to mean something so hard that it ends up not meaning what it's supposed to mean.
What?
Was it in the Last Jedi? Last Jedi? I keep getting the titles wrong. Where Rey goes into the Sith pit or whatever on the island. She goes into the like cave. She finds that like mirror, and she's like in the mirror recursive like thing where there's just a bazillion rays. And like I remember I remember seeing like a bit of the like director's commentary where it's like the thing about this mirror illusion is that Rey it looks back to see who's behind her, and it's just her all the way down. She's realizing that she has to rely on herself instead of trying to figure out like who her parents were or whatever. And she needs to like move forward or something. And I'm like, that's cool and all, but like that would make sense for like a dream sequence. The fact that she had this sort of sequence in like a magic cave it's like a whole different thing. Like I need an explanation.
Right.
Is that normal? Is that like, do you think like a frog nun wanders down there one time, just going exploring, and they're like, it's frog nuns all the way down.
It's just Toad from Wolf Among Us. Oh, what's all this shit? Ah!
It's always me. It's always been Wankersham. Can someone explain that? Okay, so you know how time and space exists? Yes, that's Wankersham. What?
Wait, what? What is that from?
From Bravest Warriors, and I've only seen the first like I don't know handful of episodes. Like that was like years and years ago.
I remember that
I
show.
just love the idea of just like of an of an episode that escalates from hey we just made a hologram creature real and he can like wander around and stuff. Oh, and then he just like starts expanding and they're like oh no what's gonna happen? And then a guy from the future pops up and he's like oh yeah everything will be fine. He'll just descend. He'll just become the universe itself, and also the universe retroactively. It's always been Wankersham. And so he's got like commemorative T-shirts that just say "It's always been Wankersham."
No, I remember that. There was like a whole festival about it. It's always been Wankersham.
Yeah, you know how time and space exists. It's just Wankersham.
It's just
It's always been
Wankersham.
Wankersham.
It's always been Wankersham. Oh man. Oh, it was...
You know how there's like a primordial chaos from which the gods were born? Wankersham
That's
is there.
Wankersham. You know how
It
like
opened.
you know how like the new 52 was just a whole lot of throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks? Yeah, that's Wankersham.
No, Wankersham is the background, the very paper that the comic is printed upon.
The white space.
The white space.
The white space is Wankersham.
And then and then it cuts to the white space in the comic, and then it just cuts to Swamp Thing comics where all of it is like either borderless or the borders are made out of like flowers and really elaborate pen work, and they're like the what?
The flowers are
I swear
Wankersham.
that New 52 Swamp Thing was just like its own like work of art, which was so wild because I remember hardly anything about it except that There was a corrupting force that was basically like the rot, which was like enemy to the green and the red, as in the plants and animals.
I've only heard legends
And
about the rot.
and all sorts of weird stuff happened, and somehow Swamp Thing ended up in the future, and at that point I had stopped reading. But between the start and where I stopped, like the art was really really good. Like it
Right.
just all the panels themselves were really like artistic in how they're set up, and so it's just like the opposite of like a classic like boxes with white space situation.
Right. Um, it
It
opened.
opened.
You know what artwork I really liked was in what's his name? Lieber Mayho and Batman Damned. I thought the artwork there was pretty amazing.
I'll have to check that out. You know what artwork I really like?
What?
Every single background painting from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would just dude. I should just like buy the like find the artist who made those, them a bunch of money, and just get a bunch of prints out if I had that kind of money.
You know that's gonna be like
Just print
thousands
out
of dollars.
just find them on the interwebs and print them out all pixely, but just like have those as just like all the art in their house. It's just like, this looks familiar. Where is this? Oh, that's Ba Sing Se. Where's that? China?
It's a long,
all those shots
long
were
way
really, really good. And
to
it's
Bossing Say, but the girls in the city, they are so, so pretty.
the T Weevil.
Yep.
All right,
And
wait, let's go.
die. Right,
You're bringing up too many memes too fast.
great, let's go,
Let's
Nick.
go, Nick.
She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Ah, not that eager. Okay, we'll go to this spooky question mark. I feel like there should be some kind of menacing, robotic voice coming through that question mark box.
Oh,
Like,
that is
listen up, follow my instructions directly.
neat. The Singing
October.
Samurai, Samurai Summer, Dynamite Samurai. I'm starting to get the idea that this guy likes samurais.
Ha.
Shows up to the storyboard meeting. All right, folks, let me show you how to samurai.
October.
Trying to chop that watermelon like a samurai with a broken sword. That's not how you do it. Let me show you how to samurai.
What is that from?
It's it's from like this like YouTube poop, and like it's one of those jokes that like it was only like 80% funny when it was originally made, and then because it was missing some timing and some notes and stuff, and so when you retell it, it's actually funnier.
Right.
Kind of like a werewolf bar mitzvah. Like every time when someone like puts it together, but with like their own tone, it's even funnier.
Right. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Oh my god! Oh, hi. Um, sit on my face. What?
What?
Hello question marks.
Hello?
Eek!
Is
Someone's,
this the producer?
maybe. Someone's in
Maybe
here.
she's a witch who ate the producer. We'll never know.
I don't know, man. Maybe she turned him into a frog.
Or a water bottle. Or a steak.
No, not the steak. Names.
When
Our names, we're, whoops, lawyers, and, I see.
I love that you pronounce it whoops. Whoops.
We're whoops lawyers.
I see.
And who might you? Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez. She's quite beautiful. Hey, there she is.
All right.
The day
Finally
of the
got-
crime.
I think unless more folks turn up, I think this is like the final person.
Maybe, let's
Like,
find out.
at least talking and meeting with each person
She's
who's
got
there
like,
today.
yeah, she's got like one of those long pipes. Well,
Yep, she has a long pipe and she's got like it's like a scarf head thingy, and I
yeah,
like her design. It's
yeah.
cool.
I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Ellipses, ellipses.
It's like if Cruella de Vil was trying to, instead of finding hunting Dalmatians, she was hunting down artifacts in Egypt.
But Miss Vasquez, script.
I must have that tablet of Kamun Ra.
Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script, darling. Script? She didn't say darling, but I added it because I feel like,
No, that works.
yeah.
I'll let you ad lib this one.
Yeah, yeah. The steel,
Steel
the,
Samurai.
the
Oh,
steel
sorry, I was
summer.
reading out of habit.
No, I want to voice this one. She's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it, darling. Um, could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. Ellipses. 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 We're getting nowhere fast.
Can I get a clue? Can I please get a clue?
Can I get a clue? Can I
One
get a
clue, please.
Can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle? Oh, dude, one time I was,
Why did you go to the producer's trailer for a waffle?
Dude, there was this game session that I had with some friends. I can't remember what the adventure was. All I remember was that I was like this humanoid wolf dude, and my whole arc throughout the story was wanting waffles, because every time I would try to get someone's attention, I would just be like, "Can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle?"
Wait, what was this?
This was a session of D&D that I was playing with my friends.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I was just like, "Can I get a waffle? Can I please get a waffle?" And so throughout the whole campaign, my character was the guy whose character arc was looking for waffles.
There's a werewolf that's been tearing up farms across the land. How many casualties? None. He's just stolen a bunch of ingredients like flour, eggs, suet.
One day I'll perfect the waffle making technique. I must create the ultimate waffle.
I must create a passable waffle to put into my mouth.
That's like some kind of Toriko arc or something. He's
So what do
going...
you do with the waffles that you don't sell? Oh, well, at the end of the day, we'll have to throw them out. Well, then, imagine this waffle is one that you'll throw out, except instead of putting it in the garbage, put it in my mouth. To paraphrase a skit that I saw on The Office.
The Office?
Yeah, my bro's been watching The Office, and it's been pretty fun.
I
Just watched
can't-
over his shoulder.
It's not my kind of show. Like, sometimes if I'm passing by someone else watching it, I'll sometimes come across something where I'm like, ha! But like, more often than not, I just find myself thinking, why? Like,
the weird
why
thing, is that,
any
like,
of
I
what
feel
you're
like-
doing?
I've got like a different mindset when I'm watching something with someone, where like if I'm watching a show that someone else has already put on, then I just feel like I'm relaxing with someone and watching a thing that they're watching, instead of like, because if I like sit down and do something on my own, I'll be like, oh okay, here's the series, and like, 5 seconds into Star Trek Discovery, I'm like, hold on, what was I was doing something else too. I got the ADHD. I really do.
Yeah, dude, story of my life. I was on medication for my ADHD for like a long time.
And then what happened?
And, then I stopped.
Oh. So, we'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai.
Ellipses, ellipses. Miss Vasquez, it's on
Fine. Keep
TV
your
every.
secrets.
It's on TV every week, darling. That's all I have to say about that. Now be gone. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV. The nerve of her. Yes, oh, the horror and pain. I'll go watch TV. What a
Well, we're
horrible
kind
thing to
of,
do.
as in, we're kind of investigating a murder. It's kind of important to
Yeah,
get.
but sometimes you just want to take a break and watch some TV, you know?
Well, that should be
I,
that should be my prerogative, not the person I'm interviewing who could provide some critical details on the matter.
uh, hey, don't get mad at me. The director. Hey, so about this director guy, is it just me or is he like super gross? I really think he might need to go to a hospital. He hasn't stopped sweating since he walked in.
Yeah, he could have that. He could just have like that chronic sweating thing. That's a thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's a thing.
Yeah. About the director. Salmonella, was it? What exactly is he? I mean, like, just what is he?
Let's not go that far. He's just a very awkward
He's
human
just a
who I do not
very
trust.
gross person. What,
Let me
what?
reiterate, it is not. Let me reiterate, it is not because he's like overweight or whatever. It is because he's very creepy around Maya, and I will protect Maya with my life.
I mean, honestly, I'd let him have Maya. Not really a Maya fan.
What, boy? I will protect Maya, who is 17, with my life.
You're a good man. Uh,
Let me
what?
just let me just clarify for a moment that I will not let Lujack step away from this. He will also protect Maya.
Fine, I'll protect stupid Maya.
What did Maya ever do to you, sir?
Uh, I don't know. She
You're
existed.
just mad she's not Mia. And so is she, Lujack, so is she.
We're all mad about this Mia not being here.
You know, I'm glad that no one like popped in and spoiled anything for me because the setup of like Mia obviously being like your like court buddy and then just not
Yeah,
was
you really think she's being set up to be like a main protagonist, and then she just
yeah,
kind
they
of.
set her up like she's gonna be there for a while, and
Yeah.
although there's the whole like ghosty thing, and that there's capable there's a possibility that she'll like be back or whatever. The important thing is that like so far in this story, she like hasn't that like
Yeah.
she's legit like just not around.
Yeah. It's pretty spooky. What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. Script. Now. That's how I'm ad-libbing that. That's not the line, but that's what I'm ad-libbing. I'm
Some
looking for
good
the
ad
script.
libs.
Ad-libs are fun. I can't be bothered with anything else. Ellipses. Nah. Are all people in the entertainment business this weird? It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? I, yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. Let's see. It says, Dear Manila, you are very creepy and I think you should stay away from Maya. And you're fired, effective immediately. And I hate you.
I have some important seminars and workshops for you to show to.
Why do we have to do your errands? Ellipses. 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 I I don't think I like her. Steve. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him. If we see him.
She's like a velociraptor. If you show signs of weakness, she'll bite you.
Vasquez the Velociraptor.
Did you see? Did you actually see the? Was it the what's after Jurassic World? Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I think. Yeah. Have you seen that last one?
I think I've seen. I think I've seen both of the Jurassic worlds. I saw the first two. Is Fallen Kingdom a new one?
Yeah. Fallen Kingdom involves
Then
being
no.
like a spoiler-free version. It involves being not on the dinosaur island.
I never actually saw any of the Jurassic Park movies except for the one where it was like where he was dreaming about the dinosaur saying his name and it was like Alan.
Jurassic Park is one of those things where it's kind of like Silent Hill, where there's an old version that does it really well in various ways, but like there is no best version. Like you have to actually compile all the pieces together. Like if you combine, you have to like collect everything from the you start with the book, the movies, the Telltale game, the like that's the wild thing. The Telltale game actually brought up something kind of important, which is that when what's his name like bought up the
Wait a minute,
island.
wait a minute. There's a Telltale Jurassic Park game?
Yes, there is.
What? How would
Yeah.
that even work?
It works exactly how other Telltale games would work. You make important decisions, you do some quick time events so you don't die, and there's dinosaurs, and it's pretty spooky. But no, the like Telltale game in particular like brought up one particular thing that got my attention, which was that one of the main characters is trying to sneak into the park to get the like genome formulas, which like because everyone is it's like a dinosaur DNA that is super valuable. And it's like, well, why would you do this mercenary thing? And she's like, do you know what happened to like, I'm actually from this island. Do you know what happened to this island after it was like bought out to become a theme park? Poverty, like crazy poverty.
Huh.
And it's like, oh wow, I didn't put it together that like from the locals' perspectives, this was like someone was just setting up a theme park and it's like, hey, can we fish here? No. Well, I guess I'll die then.
Right.
So like it was actually like a big socioeconomic thing. You combine all those little pieces together and the ideas that were in the book. You can listen to the Jurassic Park audiobook on YouTube for like free. And you get this idea of it's less to do with it's a combination of, sure, you get like dinosaurs being spooky, and you've got characters having their greed tested by selling out to other like companies or trying to sabotage Jurassic Park and stuff. But you have a whole background about biology that didn't show up as much in the movies where, well, in the early movies, it actually becomes way more prominent in Fallen Kingdom, where they're like, hey, this isn't just like a fun little like park, because like if an animatronic or something, if you moved an animatronic out of like Disney World, you just have like a stolen technology. But if you move like a living, breathing, like reproducible animal into a new environment and it succeeds at living, then you've created like not only a successful species but an invasive species. Like you could end up destroying an entire ecosystem by just dropping them off.
The Noel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that blew my mind, because it was like, oh, that's the problem. Like a lot of the dinosaurs in the book are like are kind of Frankenstein-y, or not Frankenstein. They're very sickly because they're kind of just thrown together with DNA samples that aren't necessarily very good. So they got a lot of rashes and various medical problems that are really hard to treat because there's no Stegosaurus veterinarians. But then you've got the Compsognathus and the Velociraptors who manage to reproduce, even though they shouldn't have, because they're all female. But of course, when you add DNA from something like a Komodo dragon, which can reproduce on its own because it's magic, then you end up with a self-reproducing species that then can automatically produce not only on its own, but also can produce viable males for later generations, and basically just get a whole new breed of vermin or predator that is going to displace all life on the island.
Right.
It's not just you keep them in a zoo because it's neat to look at them, but as in if you did move them off the island, that they could just become a new chunk of the biosphere and end up eating everything else.
Huh.
Yeah, it was yeah, sorry about the whole spiel there, but I just oh man, I went on this Jurassic Park stint, and I took all my favorite bits of it and combined it into this sort of not philosophy, what's the word? This entire emotion, I guess. Or I'm here's Jurassic Park has these basic feelings. What if I told you that it all can fit together in a grander scheme that's only scratched the surface? Which is why, in my expanded universe theories, Jurassic Park would actually fit quite well in the universe of Hitman.
What is it with you and Hitman?
What?
What is it with you and Hitman?
Oh, well, I like the series. At least I
Putting
like
everything in Hitman.
What? No, what did I put in Hitman last time?
I don't know. I don't know, you were talking about... No, earlier we were on the phone and you were talking about, you were talking about Hitman and the idea that it just gets, weirder and quirkier as the series goes.
Yeah, less weirder and quirkier and more sci-fi and less, straight up, low... what's the word? Low fantasy, spy movie.
Right.
But no, the reason why I bunched together Hitman and Jurassic Park is because although they're vastly different in what they cover, one's about an international assassin, one's about specifically genetically engineered dinosaurs, but they actually cut from the same what's the word? The same era and concept, which is what if you Hitman is the answer to the question, what if you had genetic experiments and perform them on humans to create specific humans for specific purposes. And that's exactly what Hitman is. He's basically what's the word? An amoral, aemotional killing machine.
Crazy.
And what?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's the whole background of Hitman, is that the reason why he has a barcode on his neck is because he was part of a series of genetic experiments. I don't know if they were pre or post birth though. I don't know if they were engineered from the start or if they were chemically altered as little baby assassins, but one way or another, he's kind of he's this altered post-human creature. I mean, he just looks human, but he's faster and more tactically.
He's harder, better, faster, stronger.
Yeah, he's all that Daft Punk stuff. And yeah, so in a world that has recently legalized genetic experimentation on extinct species, I can imagine that in the black market, someone's hey, what if we made a super assassin?
right? I can
and
picture
that's,
that.
yeah. However, I'm gonna just say this so you don't freak out. No, I don't think this universe has anything to do with Vampire Bloodlines.
I was gonna say Vampire Masquerade.
Nobody uses a helicopter in Vampire Bloodlines, and if they do, they're different. They're another character. You never get to ride on you take a bright helicopter tour in Vampire Bloodlines because brightness and open sky does not exist.
Dude, speaking of like weird vampire games, I played the first mission of Devil May Cry. Just the first mission, you know, I bought all the Devil May Cries and I was like, oh.
And I ran into some vampires. And they
It
were like, hey, do you want
feels-
to join our bloodline?
Dude, it feels like that. Like, I never realized how, like, vampire-y feeling the first Devil May Cry game was. Because, like, it's in a dark and dreary castle, and you're, like, a half-demon. And you're in this castle, and it's like, yeah, I could totally see vampires existing in this universe.
Oh, like classic style vampires.
Yeah, yeah, like
Castlevania.
Count Dracula pops up out of nowhere from, like,
Just,
Castlevania.
Count Dracula, but instead of throwing his wine glass away, he stylishly flips a water bottle, which lands on its end. Which is a man, but a miserable pile of secrets. Flips a bottle. Someone actually animated that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like in the 16-bit style and everything. It's perfect.
Oh, it sounds amazing. So be like,
I'll look it up.
yeah, we gotta give Salmonella Vasquez's note. Hey, creeper pedo dude, look at this. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13. Episode 13. Where did I put that one? Ellipses. I must have left it somewhere. That's. Oh. My ass is blown if I don't find it. Shakes. Nick, it might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Yeah.
Where's my samurai script?
Where is my samurai script? It's like Lucius from The Incredibles. Where is my samurai script? I
Lisa,
put it away.
Michael here. Where is my super suit? I love combining names.
Yeah, those are good.
I'll send you the thing. Just don't take a look at it until after the stream.
Of course.
Hmm.
I had a thought, but I can't remember what it was.
So we're looking for the script, I guess. Oh, right, because I don't think the producer wants to talk to us until we get the script, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a fetch quest.
She's like, oh, darling, I'm this elegant smoker lady from France. Mwaha.
From what?
France?
Why?
France?
Hello. Are
They
you from France?
I am French. Mwaha.
Can you not tell by this outrageous accent?
What was it? TFS, the cooler movie? Mwaha, I am French.
I don't remember that.
You didn't see that one? It was Salsa. He's like super French throughout that whole episode.
Shouldn't he be like Spanish because his name's Salsa?
I don't know, man.
He should be like Spanish, but not like, but like Spain Spanish, where he's like Barcelona.
Well, he's French.
So,
He's like, Mwaha. He's got like a lightsaber. There's a point where he's fighting Piccolo, and his hand turns into a lightsaber. And there's a point where he's fighting Piccolo, and Piccolo calls him out on it. He's like, is that a goddamn lightsaber? It even makes the sound! How is that not a lightsaber?
yeah, that's like in Steven Universe, the gem teleporter makes the sound of a Pokeball, and like, luckily no one's caught on. Or like the in OKKO, the Boxmore box falling out of the sky sounds a lot like a TIE fighter. I saw this meme where it's just Shrek looking in the backseat. It's like, CN executives, could you stop using could you stop using Disney's IP for 10 minutes?
uh,
You're on thin ice.
uh, we're back at the scene of crime. Let's find what we need to get out of here quick, Nick. We're
Yep.
looking script. We're looking for a script. I feel like maybe it could... Oh, wait.
Hmm?
Hey,
Oh, is it on the chair?
look! That's the chair to sit in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director. Maya, take a look around that chair for me, won't you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick. The script. Good work. Script. A Steel Samurai script. The cover reads, Episode 13. Great, let's get the hell out of here. And we move to outside Studio 2. And then into the trailer we go. Hey, French lady. You got your stupid script. Present! Take that! I wish you would yell take that every time he presents something.
Just every.
Just all dramatic.
That.
Take that!
Are these glass shards? Why do you have these?
Where did the glass shards come from?
My only weakness.
Oh no. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah! Script handed to D. Vasquez. Ellipses. Ellipses. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are, anyway? And do you even know who we are? Ellipses. Powers as lawyers.
We are Whoops lawyers.
We are Whoops lawyers.
Agents of Whoops.
Yes, Agent Whoop. There's your mission, should you choose to accept it.
What is it? And it just pans over. It's just Whoopi Goldberg. We need you to come out of retirement.
Right.
One last mission with
One last
Theodore Rex.
I was just 2 days away from retirement. God damn it.
Oh, I love that trope, that specific thing, like when it's self-aware, where it's like, just like, they were my entire team. They were just 2 days from retirement.
They're like, oh no, they were all just 2 days away from retirement. They were all dead now. Who would do this? Cow on a skateboard comes by. Skateboards.
Boy. No, not boy. Bovine?
Bovine? Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... I mean, yeah, you are now. Ellipses. You wanted to know about the day of the murder. You wanted me to crank this music to maximum overload.
What?
The music just got, like, way loud and intense. I'm expecting it to, like, turn into Sandstorm.
I was thinking more Sandstorm, where it sounds like Megalovania.
Yes. Anything you could tell us would be a big help. Ellipses. You know there was a meeting here at noon. Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio One. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? Okay, I'm glad that loud-ass music stopped. That was really annoying. Hey look, an empty bottle. Look at this, Vasquez. I'm not interested. Oh, okay. Hey look, I got a key, Miss Vasquez, to your trailer. I'm not interested. Really? I got a key to your trailer, and you're not interested in having that back? Like, okay, I guess. Hey look, a samurai spear. I'm not interested. Picture? Nope, that's guide map, not a picture. I'm dumb. Picture? I'm not interested. Card key? Not interested. Autopsy? Are you interested in anything? Do you like games? Do you watch anime? Do you read comic books? Football? Sports? Cars? Alcohol? Weed? What's your jiggity jig?
What's your boggle?
What's your boggle?
What's your major malfunction?
The blocked path. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked? You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that. What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3 o'clock. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer. Stuck until after 4. Stuck here? Stuck? Oh, bother and befuddle. Sorry.
I don't know if that's a line in game or not, but I'm pretty sure it's an ad-lib.
It was an ad-lib. I was referencing Cicero from Skyrim.
Oh, bother and befuddle.
Oh, bother and befuddle. Poor Cicero is stuck here. Stuck? Well, one of the videos that I really like is the pizza calls. There's like this one video where Cicero's calling a pizza place. Like, what can I get for you? Oh, bother and befuddle! Stuck here! Stuck?
I've seen that done with the Shiagorath where it's like, what pizza you want? Cheese! You want cheese? But like, that's as far as they get, because all they have is like lines revolving around cheese, and then random other lines that aren't pertinent to making pizza.
Blood fucks a severed head, and the cheese was to die for.
You still have a part. Cheese for everyone! Scratch that! Cheese for no one. It'd be a party if you don't like cheese.
Use your Wobberjack!
Think with it, Wobberjack, slutty!
Amber died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio One. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 o'clock to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story.
You okay there, bud?
You okay there, Miss Vasquez? You seem to be having trouble pronouncing words.
Oh, this isn't tobacco.
But wait. What if he had what if he had a Swedish dish and just passed the fuck out? Just feed the Swedish dish to Mr. Monkey, and that's why Mr. Monkey's head fell off.
I mean, if you're stuck in the trailer, you may as well. You're not going anywhere for a while. Have some Swedish willow and take a nap.
Yeah, right. What if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio One. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time. And ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey after all. check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it's at 2. It stopped at 2:15. 2:15. 2:15. 2:15. That's right. 2:15. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock? Just a random other character.
It's just
Come to 4 o'clock.
Hey guys,
They did
what time
surgery
is...
on a grape.
They did what?
They did surgery on a grape.
They did surgery on a grape? What the fuck are
Yeah.
you talking about?
It's pretty amazing, but they got these little robot things and they did surgery on a grape.
What is that
It's a
from?
It was a meme a while back where there was this article about how they were testing some tiny robotic hands and so to test them being like delicate enough to do surgery, they had it cut a grape and then like sew it sort of back together, or not not like the whole grape, but just the skin of the grape, so it's like really thin. And so it's like, oh yeah, it was a successful procedure. We cut a grape and then we did like the stitching, and it was all with the tiny robot hands. And everyone's like, they did surgery on a grape. Ah, they did surgery on a grape. And just all the retweets are just, they did surgery on a grape.
Oh wow. Therefore,
On a grape, they did surgery.
on a grape, they did surgery. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died at Studio 1 at 2:30. Was he performing any kind of surgery on a giant grape by chance?
Boy.
See? Goodbye.
That's not a grape, that would never be a grape.
That's not a grape, that would never be a grape. Mr. Monkey's head data added to the court record.
Alright, James, we got this amazing technology. We got this computer that can do surgery on a grape.
Surgery on a
All
grape?
we have to do is turn it on. Ah, it's not working. Hold on. Let's go to dictionary.com and find out what's wrong.
Oh wait, he only speaks inbred, so I only understood half of it.
Skip the part about needing to find an onk.
What do we do, Nick? We gotta go find an onk. There isn't anyone. There isn't
We gotta
anyone.
get an onk from an East African mind reader.
There isn't anyone besides WP who speaks out, bruh.
It all falls together. The glass yards, the onk, the grape. It all makes sense.
Of course, it was Mr. Wilson the whole time.
What would he be doing here?
I don't know. Probably chasing Dennis out of his house.
What's the delete? That's what the deleted picture was. It's just Mr. Wilson sneaking into the studio.
Hey, Mr. Wilson!
He's trying to get an autographed thing from Steel Samurai, because if he gives that to Dennis, he'll leave him alone. That was the pact.
The pact!
The pact.
Oh my god. There isn't anyone besides WB who could have killed Hammer. Oh, I love our streams.
We haven't eliminated one possibility. That Hammer. What was his name? Yeah, that Hammer slipped on something and fell on a spear.
Yeah.
My question, one thing that I didn't get was what the whole detail with the duct tape on the spear. Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute, I just realized something.
What?
So they broke the spear and fixed it with duct tape for practice, right?
Right.
But I think they mentioned that you wouldn't use like the prop spear if it had duct tape on it, because it would be kind of distracting for the actual scene. So did someone actually bring the spear to Studio One? because they shouldn't have. They should have had like a backup spear that wasn't broken, or at least like the duct tape should have been like painted over or something. Like
Right.
it just feels too obvious.
Right. I don't know, man. We're gonna find out. It's over. We're finished. It sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. I won't lie to you. We're fucked. Right in
What?
the ass. It is not looking good for us. We are so fucked.
Phoenix, could you use less of those analogies around the things?
Just cuts to like Cyborg from Doom Patrol. If the war fuck had landed an inch closer to your head, you'd be dead right now.
Oh, right, because the she materializes. Was it Silver Tongue? She just materializes words.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, your words, they hurt.
Words are weapons of the terrified.
Words are weapons when you can materialize metal words out of the air and fling them at people.
Yeah, seriously.
That's one of the moments where you'd be like, hey, this is gonna sound kind of stupid, but could you avoid cursing if only because it'll create a like physical manifestation of a curse word that'll just be stuck in the wall for like years. Like, come on, we'll beat up the bad guys, and then this place can be rented out as like, I don't know, a community center or something.
I'm imagining
I don't have to
Reed.
get a contractor to get like the C word off the wall.
I'm getting rejected by C word guy.
Look, everyone's got a rival. You've got a rival. They've got a rival, and his rival, is the inability to stop saying the terrible word. My rival is Wonder Woman. Oh, right. The Harley Quinn show is very good.
It's okay.
I like it very much, and I'm very excited.
It makes
for
me giggle.
It makes me giggle.
Fuck, I was gonna say something. Yeah, I'm imagining like in the older comics when Beast Boy was like the adopted son of like Rita and what's his name? Mento, I think, the psychic dude. Cause like back in the day, that's how that was. They were like together and they basically adopted Beast Boy and like raised him. So I'm imagining like those two in the Doom Patrol manner with like a young Beast Boy. It's just like, Rita, what is that word stuck in the wall? Oh, well, that's a word that you're not supposed to know about.
No, it would be more along the lines of, why is there a big gash in this wall? Well, a friend of yours turned into Silver Tongue and punched a hole in it. What do they say? We'll talk about that later.
I'll tell you when you're older.
You think larger words are more dangerous? Like if she says something like sesquipedalian, it creates this train of bladed word. If she just goes, oh,
Dude.
then she has like a ring that she can toss.
What if she spoke like frick, what's the Jewish language? Hebrew?
Hebrew?
Yeah, where it's like you think that like
I don't think that's precisely how it sounds.
I mean just when they're like when they do the thing with like their throat.
Well, that's if
you
she has
think
to
that,
hit someone
like-
on her left. Thank you for getting that joke. And if she really wants a bunch of like handled weapons, she can learn like just Korean. It's like, look, now I got a bunch of circles and a bunch of like sort of T shapes that I can hit people with.
Right.
I know very little about all like Eastern languages, except that I can sort of tell I can usually tell the difference between Chinese and Korean because Korean has like a lot simpler strokes and has a lot more what I describe as Cheerios. It's got a lot more little O's in it, like circles. Not a lot of symbols in Chinese have like an actual like circle in it.
Wait a minute. So what about when she has to roll her R's?
I don't know, man. I don't make the rules.
It just like vibrates.
It's just a vibrating R,
Just a
yeah.
vibrating R. Ugh. Man,
It
that's
just
what's
becomes a international. Bro, Silver Tongue brings up so many questions that just get very confusing. Like, what if she says lots of money?
lots of money.
LODSOVEMONE. Loads of money.
LODSUVMONE. Loads of money.
What's that spell? Loads of money.
Whop your wallet. Whop your wallet. Whop your wallet on the counter.
And then it's just, just hold on, my brain. Just Cliff is like, I don't have a wallet. I don't think I've owned anything in like 20 years.
Oh man, that scene was so funny when he was like faking an orgasm. They're like, "But did you fake an orgasm?" Well, I didn't want to be left out.
It sometimes be that way.
I mean, really, what are you supposed to say in that situation? Especially if you're the one who caused it by accident. You're just like, so that's a thing I can do.
Well, that'll be a fun party trick, I guess, if everyone's into it. But
He immediately gets invited to like some kind of freaky orgy thing.
just, oh man, he'd be very popular. Be like, hey,
Yeah,
I've got
he,
this thing. Hold on. Oh no, I pulled the wrong one, and I reversed time or something.
he wouldn't even have to like have sex with anyone, which means he could literally just like go to an orgy, make everyone's night without the risk of getting some weird STD, and then just leave. And they'd
That's
be there
assuming
for
that it
like all of
can.
two
That's assuming that it can
seconds.
flex that precise like way, because like I imagine it's a very difficult to flex like micro muscle.
Excuse me.
So it's like, okay, well, if I get this wrong, it'll turn all of the windows into jelly, I think.
Well, the Pentagon's now a square. Awesome.
Yeah, just So what happened? Well, the party went without a hitch, but it turned all of the rubbers into wood, which was especially weird because like some of them are on.
The Dr. Sonic screwdriver is now made out of wood, so I'm not sure how that works.
Just turning things to. I accidentally
It's no
turned
longer
the
powerless
windows.
against wood. The secret was to just make it out of wood.
Was that really the solution?
I wish, man.
The funniest thing about the sonic screwdriver is that like it allows like if the doctor really is in a situation where he's against like an advanced enemy that can just bypass the sonic screwdriver by having like a different material, like it's surprising that he doesn't have another tool that just covers that.
Yeah, right?
Like the sonic screwdriver is like the size of a pen, and so is like what is it the laser screwdriver. The whole reason why he specifically uses a sonic screwdriver is because it's supposed to be a tool and not a weapon. And it's
Right.
just like it just feels weird that it's like, oh, I'm caught in open war. I should probably have a weapon on some level of principle, but I think I can sneak my way out of this with some shenanigans.
Well, I mean, you gotta admire his talent.
Yeah, that's the thing is that
I
like
mean, honestly, one of the most badass Doctor Who moments was probably when he was talking to the Daleks, and the Daleks had what was her name? The blonde girl, the first one, Emily
why don't
something.
we just have a crossover between Doctor Who and Steven Universe? Because Steven Universe like goes around the universe making friends, and like they do it really really well.
Yeah, but no, one of the most badass moments was when he was talking to the Daleks, and he was like, "Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be awesome." And they were like, "But you have no weapons or plan or anything." And he was like, "And that terrifies the shit out of you, doesn't it?" I mean, that wasn't the line, but it was basically that.
Starts painting his face white because
It
I'm
was
an agent
basic.
of chaos.
It's basically him just being like, "Bitch, I don't need none of that."
And I just want various doctors walking down the Joker stairs doing a little doctor dance.
uh, October 18th, Wright and Co. Law Offices.
Alright, we're done for the night. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, are we? Okay.
I mean, almost. I'm actually...
I mean, I just want to get through this last bit of dialogue, and then I was
Yeah,
gonna call it.
let's do this and do a little outro.
Yeah. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Okay, gang, let's split up and search for clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. Watertight? The fuck does that mean? We don't even have any promising leads. I've never heard anyone say watertight before.
What? Not like ironclad or
Or airtight?
yeah.
Never watertight.
Watertight's another way you could say it.
I guess. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Is this Maya? Yeah, it's Maya. Or Mia.
Mamma
Fuck.
Mia.
Mama Mia.
It's
Maya,
Maya,
Mia.
but it's also Mia.
Mia, it's you.
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Just gets to like a Solid Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
Phoenix.
Penis. My
He's not saying it. It just sounds like he. I just realized there's no line that connects her necklace. So her necklace is just like levitating on her neck.
Isn't it connected to like the weird pearl things that are? Oh wait. Oh yeah, there's no like string or anything.
Yeah,
Oh, I see what you mean.
maybe
that is
maybe they're
weird.
like they kept writing the line there, and they're like, nah, it breaks up the shape of the neck, and then they just decided not to. They're like, no one will notice. No one will
Me-
notice, but like two weirdos in 2019, it'll be fine.
And no one's ever gonna watch their thing, so it doesn't even matter.
Look, this is it's like the rubber Spider-Man arm. No one's gonna figure that out.
Rubber Spider-Man arm? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
from
in,
the movie. He was like a mannequin.
Yeah, they had like a prop Spider-Man arm that she was holding on to, and it was like, wow, I really didn't notice that.
Maya has trouble.
The modern version of that is like crazy good CGI, where it's like, hey, did you know that like the car that Tom Holland gets into and like Far From Home isn't even there? Like he gets into like a box or something, and it's like they animated the entire car, just I guess because they could.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's
like you
neat.
can't even tell it's not there.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah,
Maya's
it's wild.
Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. Uh-oh. I'd say so. Oh no. What did you mean we have one lead? Boy? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. I always forget that you're like super tall. That boy is...
When she manifests, she's wearing heels.
She makes me think of that character from Game of Thrones, the super tall chick. I think her name was Bree or something.
Was the one played by, was it Gwyneth Paltrow?
She played by like the super tall blonde chick.
Yeah. She is known for playing tall characters.
Yeah,
Well,
and then
is
she
tall.
wears heels and she's like 8 feet tall. It's like, you don't need heels, take them off. You don't need to be any taller than you already are, madam.
This kills the man.
This what?
This kills the man.
This kills the man. What is that from?
Oh, it's a paraphrase of a meme that all started with like, oh, these crabs fight and they pinch a thing. This kills the crab, and so that became like a micro meme that led to like someone gives someone a sick burn on the internet, and someone's like, "This kills the man."
Wow.
This kills
Amazing.
the crab.
This kills the
In the
crab.
ocean.
Giant crabs!
No, it's killing crabs in the
What?
ocean.
Alright, I always forget that.
Bruh.
I always think it's giant crabs for some reason. Kill it fast! That boy is our
a
last
little
hope,
sharp
Katie.
there.
Little sea sharp. Thanks, now I'm more worried than I was before. Okay, that's the end of that dialogue, so I'm gonna go kill some giant crabs. In the ocean.
Alright, so...
I'm gonna go eat more of the cheesecake that my sister made. That's what I'm gonna do.
Probably, I don't know. I should probably avoid having any more sugar tonight. But, thank you so much for joining us. I've been Taylor.
I've been Lou Jack.
Take care.
Stay awesome.
Have a beautiful day.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.